Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Aries, also known as Rita, and Aaron is here. We will be doing a review on the Diesel Uncut and some Merlot, which is a Smoking Loon Merlot.
So here's the cigar, the Diesel Uncut. These go for about $6.50 a stick, all the way up to like $8 a stick. Currently, you can buy a bundle of 10 on Cigar.com for $30, and I think it's $36 on Cigar International for a bundle of 10. They come in mezos like the Muwats, the Kentucky Fire Cureds, and it's like a paper bag, like, you know. And here's what we're drinking. The original Smoking Loon Merlot, and this is a 2013 vintage.
Let me see that bottle for a second, because you were aerating it, I didn't get to take a
Sniff.
Smells okay. Most Merlots, in my opinion, aren't my cup of tea, but I will give this a try.
It has a very mild smell to
And
it.
just so you know, me and Aaron could use one of these and some wine after the ordeal we just went through yet again.
But that's not for this channel.
No, that'll be on my channel.
So, the main odors I get is, well, it's essentially like being in a horse barn. I grew up around horse barns somewhat, and went there for camp all the time, ended up riding horses, teaching people how to ride horses eventually. I didn't become a full camp counselor, but I was definitely looking into doing that, and the camp closed up. Love that camp. It's called the Rolling Y Ranch. Anyways, this reminds me of the barns there. So I guess it's got a kind of manure-ish smell, if I was to give it anything. Which usually that smell is considered or classified as earthy notes. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, that's what I smell. Rita, your thoughts on the smell? Besides playing with your phone and being rude?
I'm picking up earth and hay. That's all I'm picking up.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to fire these up. It's got a, what do you call it? The foot is covered, just like the back end. Like the loose leaf was just folded over each other. And that kind of gave a nice little taste when I was lighting it up. Toasty. Kind of like toasty nuts of some sort.
Hell no.
I'm tasting almonds, that's for sure.
I'm picking up hickory smoked on the end of this stick. It's got that hickory taste.
Well, maybe a
barbecue taste.
Maybe a little bit of like hickory too. Yeah, I could see that. Hickory almond so far is what I would say the beginning flavors are on this.
Can I have that ring one real quick? I want to fix that where I missed 2 sections.
I think this will be a nice long cigar. It's currently 2:15. I'm not going to be setting my timer because I got to make a phone call in a little while. But we know that we started this at 2:15. So, no, I got to call our friend about watching.
Oh, right.
So, anyways, there might even be a kind of pralinish flavor in this too. And I'm afraid that this is going to be such a mellow, nice cigar that the Merlot might not pair very well with it. Actually might pair. It's mildly sweet off the top, so it's kind of sugary. It's rather watery, which I'm not usually a fan of watery wines. Almost no viscosity to this.
I was playing a video game the other day, and I came up with the perfect name for my future wine bottle. You see that one there? It's called Smoking Loon, right? I want to make a Cabernet Sauvignon that says Smoking Panty Loons.
Only Rita. That was a rather lame joke.
This has a unique flavor to it. This is just a unique flavor to it. And I haven't even sampled the wine yet, so...
I'll say this, the wine actually does kind of overpower the cigar a bit. I might try to conserve the rest of my wine until dinner time. That'll go good with jambalaya, I think. But I don't think wine's going to pair very well with the cigar at all. So... There's almost a green onion flavor to this, too. I'm definitely liking this. I can see all the wrapping on it. It's not a very refined look to the cigar, but that might be part of the mythos of uncut to kind of just, let it kind of be semi-shaggy looking and still be a fine cigar. Well, anyways, I suppose we'll end up meeting back with them at when we get into the middle half.
Yep. May you,
We'll see you in a second. Hello, and welcome back. It's been a second for you, but I don't even know how. We started at 2:15, so it's been about an hour for us. We've reached the halfway point in the middle of the 2/3 section, and I'm kind of picking up leather and nuts at this point. I would say that the nuts are probably closer to almonds still, and the leather is just barely there. It blends in nicely. And there's some earthy flavors to it, maybe musk or something like that. Very pleasant at this point.
Earthy, yes. Cedar, yes. Nuts, yes. Leather, yes. And a light hint of black pepper.
Yeah, I'd say that too. There also seems to be something mildly gingerish about it, like fresh ground ginger, grated. So I'd say there might be a little flavor of ginger in there too.
Just so you know, we will be probably doing a lot more cigar reviews next month, give or take a bit.
It depends. Next month we found that we're not going to be doing our trip, and it's been postponed, and I had to make phone calls today and get everything rescheduled, and it was a big mess, and I hope the doctor doesn't do it to us again, because it's going to cost us bad if they do. But anyways, this is about our cigar, and I would say as the flavors have picked up in the cigar, that the wine is much more... how do you say? It pairs much better. This is the best way to say it, I guess. I wanted to look for a different word, but sometimes I can't always think of one.
The wine overpowers the cigar.
It did particularly at the beginning, but small sips right now actually seem to pair very well with this. So,
like Mike said with Cigar.com, when it comes to pairing wines with cigars, you got to be careful. However, I'm not going to be pairing my wine with any Divinias ever again.
If you have a very small sip, well, that was the Divinia's fault. But if you have a small sip, like every 10 to 15 puffs or so, it blends very well. But if you try to do a larger, more of a gulp or a large sip, every like 2 or 3 puffs, it's going to overpower this. So you have to moderate the wine to like coexist essentially with the cigar flavor.
Whereas I call it offshoot the flavor. Small sips work.
It'd be more like offset the flavor. Anyways, we will get back to you in the final third of this thing.
Fix my canoe, please.
It's not a canoe, really.
Well,
It's
look
a
for
mild.
the final part. Welcome back, everyone.
Yes. We are now into the final third. And I'm going to say this has gotten much more leathery. And the nutty flavor is kind of more along walnut now. It's got a slight cocoa flavor now, too. And it's had a pretty decent burn for me. The only problem I had was my wrapper was so strongly glued on that it actually had been glued to the wrapper, and I couldn't even find the seal on it, so I finally loosened it and slid it down, but it caused some damage to the cigar in doing so. So, unfortunately, these have a very poor wrapper on it. Nice looking one. It's just, I don't like them when they're glued to the cigar, so that's a little problem that I had with it. And otherwise, this has been a fantastic cigar for a $6.50 price tag. This is one of the cheaper of the diesels we
Then
smoke.
I gotta ask the question. As a woman, we always ask questions because we're women. Aaron's a man, of course. Would you buy these again?
For $6.50, most certainly. I would. This is in my price range for my 3 or 4 nice cigars I plan to get for myself a month.
And then my other question is, out of all the diesels you've tried, which one so far is your favorite?
So far, the hair of the dog, I think. I don't know. The Rage was very good, and so is the Wicked, and so is this. They're all appealing for various different reasons.
I wanted to say, and no, not because I'm a woman, but I want to say that in my opinion, these cigars, these AJ Fernandez, is a lot better, in my opinion, than the Divina.
Yes. Every one of these diesels have been stellar in construction, flavor. It's all good, and the problem, the thing is, this is the cheapest of them so far.
So I think CI and Cigar.com should work with AJ Fernandez or whoever makes the cigars and do a Man of War block like that with 35 cigars. That would just be totally cool.
Yeah, I'd like to give a try to each of the Man of Wars eventually. Anyways, my rating on this cigar is definitely going to be a 10, both for price and for overall. It's a cigar I would definitely get. It's a cigar I would recommend. If I had the money for a box, which has probably got to be around $130 a box.
Nope, they only sell them in Mezos at 10.
10. So it's probably about $66 for 10 of them, or 70 or so.
$39.99 for 10.
Oh yeah, that's right. We started that out. So right now they're on sale. I think actually I saw that they were $60 for the smaller size, $70 for the large on CI. But they're on sale right now.
Here it is.
$29.99 on Cigar.com and $39.99 for the larger size. But the other one, Cigar International, shows the price before their current reduction. So,
I should get some Muwats. Me and Aaron's been pondering it since we have some time now. So let's see. These are diesels. So we go down to Diesel real quick. Diesel Uncuts. Diesel Diegos. That seems pretty cool.
Never heard of them.
I'll have to look them up. But
Okay.
Anyway.
See, it's 50 and or 60 and 70. Manufacturer suggested retail. Theirs are $34.99 and $39.99. So, anyways, as for the wine, I'm going to go ahead and give this wine about...
No, it's Don Diego's I saw, not Diesel. So
I'm going to give the wine about a 7. It's not bad. It's not great. But it is a better Merlot than I'm used to drinking. So, and I'm not much of a fan of Merlots. Neither is Rita.
I actually want to say, because I get to talk soon, I hope,
Mm-hmm.
the Merlot, in my opinion, is a lot better than the crappy Merlots I've tried in the past, where it just turns me off of Merlots. This is an actual Merlot I would buy again. I don't know what Aaron paid for the Smoking Loon.
$7.99, I think. So, I'm going to give the wine a solid 7. Going to give the cigar a nice, good round 10. And the pairing doesn't make it at all. I give it only like a 2 for the pairing. It does get better as the cigar progresses, but it ruins the beginning of the flavor of the beginning of the cigar because it hasn't picked up in flavors yet. The flavors I'm going to say are roughly mild to medium to start, and it finishes up with a medium to strong. And I'm going to say that for the body, though, it's a pretty mild to medium body. Somewhere in between there. Ranging all the way down to the milder section of that. Your thoughts now?
Alright, first of all, I agree with Aaron, and not because he just said things, but the cigar's definitely a 10 on my board. I'd buy Mezos a 10 of these just to smoke for, say, on a trip or something. Second thing is Aaron's right, the pairing is not that good, so I'd give that a 3, just 1 point up. But when it comes to the cigar being
The wine.
the wine itself, by itself, is a 10. But with the pairing, it's a 3. But the cigar, I give this a medium to mild to medium bodied. Starting out, it was a medium to full bodied and went down. So in my opinion, I've smoked some cigars that are pretty stout.
So you thought the strength went down as you smoked, where
I
I think
find
it
this
stayed
to be
about
a
the same.
mild cigar, in my opinion.
The flavors went up, I thought, but the strength of it went down.
This cigar, in my opinion, is a complex cigar.
Now, the final thing I want to leave with is, for the money, $6.50. That gets you 2 hours of smoke. So, at least if you smoke the way me and Rita are smoking, and Rita's a somewhat fast smoker, so it's impressive when she can make one last 2 hours. I'm oftentimes a slow puffer. I set mine and rest, and set mine and rest. I kind of let the cigar dictate the flow of smoking, and this has had no tunneling issues. So, maybe a few little minor fix-ups here and there, but nothing major. I'd say that, all in all, a 10, a 7, and a 2.
Exactly.
I would not pair this with the Smoking Loon Merlot.
7 was what?
The 7 is what I gave the wine overall.
Oh, I give the wine overall an 8, just because...
You said 10.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 10. 10, 10, and 3.
So, there's our review. Hope you enjoyed it.
Please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. May God bless you all, and smoke them if you got them.